4 fruits you should never touch after 60, and 4 you absolutely should eat every day. What if I told you that one of the fruits you've always trusted as healthy could actually be making you feel weaker, foggier, and even speeding up the aging process? It sounds shocking that new research is proving that not all fruits are your friend once you hit your senior years. Some fruits, the very ones praised in health magazines and diet books, can trigger inflammation that skyrockets by more than 300% in less than a week. Others can jack up your blood sugar so fast that just a few hours later, you're left shaky, drained, and craving even more food. And here's the scary truth. These fruits are still marketed as good for you, even though for people over 60, they may be slowly harming your heart, your brain, and even your independence. But here's the bright side. Not all fruits are a problem. In fact, some do the exact opposite. A handful of very specific fruits have been proven to calm inflammation, strengthen blood vessels, boost memory, and even restore balance and energy, almost like turning the clock back 20 years. Today, we're diving into the complete list, the 4 fruits to avoid and the 4 to enjoy daily if you want to stay sharp, strong, and full of vitality after 60. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Which fruits do you eat on a daily basis right now? And have you noticed things like joint stiffness, digestive trouble, or brain fog after certain fruits? Think about your answer as we go through this list, because you may discover the hidden link you've been missing. So let's begin with the very first fruit on the danger list. It's probably sitting in your fridge right now, and while it looks harmless, it may be quietly speeding up aging from the inside out. Worst fruit number 4, grapes, the tiny sugar bomb that ages your arteries. At first glance, grapes seem innocent. They're sweet, bite-sized, and easy to snack on. But for seniors, grapes are one of the sneakiest health traps in the fruit world. Here's why. Reason 1, sugar without breaks. Grapes contain about 16 grams of sugar per 100 grams, but very little fiber to slow that sugar down. So when you grab a handful, the glucose rushes straight into your bloodstream. Younger people can buffer these spikes a bit better, but after 60, the body's insulin sensitivity naturally declines. The result? Your blood sugar rockets up and then crashes down, leaving you shaky, tired, and craving even more food. Scientists call this post-meal hypoglycemia, and it's especially dangerous for aging metabolism. Reason 2, rising diabetes risk. A long-term study tracked over 1,200 adults over 60 and found that those who ate more than 150 grams of grapes a day had a significantly higher risk of rising blood sugar and type 2 diabetes compared to those who kept intake low. Imagine that. A fruit that looks like a safe snack can slowly push your body towards diabetes if eaten in excess. Reason 3, pesticide overload. Grapes consistently land on the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen list because they carry some of the highest pesticide residues of any fruit. More than 50 different chemicals have been found on them. Many of these are linked to hormone disruption and nervous system stress. Washing them helps, but doesn't remove the pesticides that seep into the skin and flesh. Let me share a real-life example. Elaine, a 74-year-old grandmother, used to eat grapes every night while watching TV. She thought they were a better choice than cookies. But over time, she noticed more brain fog, mid-afternoon crashes, and creeping weight gain even though nothing else in her diet changed. When her doctor checked her fasting glucose, it had jumped into pre-diabetic territory. After she swapped grapes for blueberries, her energy stabilized and her blood sugar returned to normal within 3 months. A smarter alternative? Blueberries. Grapes score around 60 on the glycemic index, which means fast sugar absorption. Blueberries, on the other hand, score around 25. Slower sugar release, better blood sugar response, and loaded with anthocyanins that actually improve insulin sensitivity and protect arteries. If you truly love grapes, keep it small, no more than 10 or 12 at a time, and pair them with protein or healthy fat, like a few walnuts or almonds. That way you soften the sugar hit and reduce the damage. The bottom line is simple. Grapes may look like a safe choice, but for seniors, they're often more harmful than helpful. By swapping them for lower sugar, higher antioxidant fruits like blueberries, you protect your blood sugar, your energy, and even your long-term independence. Now that we've uncovered why grapes can secretly drain your energy, let's move on to the next fruit on the danger list. This one has a tropical reputation for being refreshing, healing, and even medicinal. You'll find it in fruit salads, smoothies, and juices almost everywhere. But for seniors over 60, it can be one of the most irritating fruits you can eat. Worst fruit number 3, pineapple, the acidic trap that burns more than it heals. At first glance, pineapple seems like a superfruit. People praise it for its enzyme called bromelain, which is often marketed as an anti-inflammatory miracle. But here's the truth that almost no one tells you. After 60, pineapple's hidden side effects often outweigh its benefits. Reason 1, bromelain isn't always your friend. Bromelain is a protein digesting enzyme. It can help break down food, yes, but it doesn't know the difference between the steak you just ate and the delicate protective proteins that line your stomach. In younger adults with strong, thick stomach linings, that's not a big problem. But as we age, the stomach lining naturally thins and becomes more fragile. Bromelain can actually erode that barrier, leaving you vulnerable to irritation, ulcers, and digestive discomfort. Reason 2, too acidic for aging digestion. Pineapple has a pH as low as 3.2, nearly as acidic as stomach acid itself. If you already struggle with acid reflux or heartburn, eating pineapple is like pouring lemon juice on an open wound. In fact, one study found that over 60% of older adults experienced worsened reflux symptoms after eating pineapple. That burning in your chest or throat? Pineapple could be a key trigger. Reason 3, the sugar bomb effect. 1 cup of pineapple chunks packs around 16 grams of sugar, similar to grapes, but with almost no fiber to slow things down. That means a quick spike and crash, which can exhaust your pancreas and contribute to insulin resistance over time. In seniors with already reduced glucose tolerance, this roller coaster can set the stage for fatigue, weight gain, and creeping blood sugar levels. Reason 4, hidden medication interactions. This is the part almost nobody talks about. Pineapple can actually interfere with common prescriptions. It can intensify the effects of blood thinners, raising bleeding risks. It may blunt the action of certain antibiotics, and it can interact with sedatives and seizure medications by altering how the liver processes them. For older adults juggling multiple prescriptions, pineapple can add hidden danger without you realizing it. Take the story of Harold, a 69-year-old retiree. He loves starting his mornings with a bowl of pineapple chunks, believing it kept inflammation at bay. But over time, he noticed worsening reflux, strange bruises on his arms, and unpredictable side effects from his medications. His doctor eventually connected the dots. Pineapple was amplifying his blood thinner and irritating his digestion at the same time. When Harold swapped pineapple for papaya, his reflux eased, his bruising subsided, and his digestion became smoother. A smarter alternative? Papaya. This tropical fruit contains papain, a gentler enzyme that supports digestion without eating away at your stomach lining. It's also less acidic and easier on sensitive systems. Plus, it's rich in vitamin C and antioxidants, giving you immune support without the sugar surge or medication risks. If you absolutely must enjoy pineapple, keep it minimal, no more than 2 small pieces, and never on an empty stomach. And if you're on blood thinners or struggle with reflux, it's best to avoid it entirely. The key takeaway is this. While pineapple is often promoted as a healing fruit, for seniors over 60, its acidity, sugar load, and drug interactions often make it more harmful than helpful. Switching to papaya gives you the same tropical satisfaction with far fewer risks. We've talked about grapes and pineapple, and now we come to a fruit that might surprise you even more. It's the fruit most of us grew up with at the breakfast table, in our lunchboxes, and in nearly every healthy eating guide. But as the years go by, this fruit can actually turn into a silent problem, especially for seniors. Worst fruit number 2, oranges, the citrus culprit behind acid reflux and tooth decay. Oranges have always had a reputation for being loaded with vitamin C, and that's true. But the reality is that after 60, the downsides of oranges often start to outweigh the benefits. Reason 1, the acid overload. Oranges fall between 3.3 and 4.0 on the pH scale, which makes them highly acidic. For younger bodies, that acid can usually be neutralized pretty well. But with age, the lower esophageal sphincter, the little valve that keeps stomach acid from rising, often weakens. That means acid reflux becomes more common, and oranges pour fuel on that fire. Just 1 glass of orange juice can trigger burning, coughing, or even hoarseness in the morning. Reason 2, erosion of enamel. Senior teeth are already more fragile, often thinner, and sometimes more sensitive due to receding gums. The acid in oranges acts like a slow-motion sandblaster, stripping away enamel layer by layer. Once enamel is gone, it never grows back. Studies have shown that people who drink orange juice daily can lose up to 84% more enamel than those who avoid it. Reason 3, sugar hidden in plain sight. Oranges may look harmless compared to sodas, but one medium orange contains about 12 grams of sugar, and a standard glass of orange juice can have over 20 grams. With that much fiber, to slow it down, that sugar hits the bloodstream fast. The result? Blood sugar spikes, followed by the dreaded crash that leaves you dragging mid-morning. For seniors, these swings can worsen fatigue, dizziness, and even balance issues. Reason 4, joint inflammation. This one surprises many people. Citrus fruits, especially oranges, contain a compound called fructose that in high amounts has been linked to elevated uric acid. That can trigger or worsen gout attacks, which are already more common in older adults. If you've noticed sudden joint pain after drinking orange juice, that may not be a coincidence. Let me give you a real-life example. Margaret, a 72-year-old widow, prided herself on drinking fresh squeezed orange juice every morning. She thought it was her shield against colds and flu. But she kept battling acid reflux, dental sensitivity, and occasional gout flares. When she finally replaced her morning orange juice with warm water and lemon balm tea, plus a handful of low-sugar berries, the reflux eased, her dentist noticed less enamel erosion, and her joint pain became manageable. A smarter alternative? Kiwi. Kiwi packs even more vitamin C than an orange, almost twice as much in a single fruit, but with less acid and less sugar. It's also high in fiber, which helps slow sugar absorption and keeps digestion steady. For seniors, kiwi can deliver the immune boost without wrecking your teeth or setting off reflux. If you really enjoy oranges, limit yourself to just a few slices occasionally, and always pair them with a meal rather than eating them on an empty stomach. Avoid drinking orange juice straight. Its acid and sugar are far more concentrated than eating the whole fruit. The bottom line is simple. Oranges may have been a staple in your younger years, but after 60, they're often more trouble than they're worth. Choosing kiwi or other low-acid fruits gives you all the nutrients with none of the digestive or dental damage. We've looked at grapes, pineapple, and oranges, and now it's time to reveal the number one fruit seniors should be cautious with. This fruit is probably the most popular snack fruit in the world. It's cheap, convenient, and often labeled as nature's perfect food. But once you hit your 60s, bananas can quietly start working against your health in surprising ways. Worst fruit number 1, bananas, the hidden culprit behind blood sugar swings and digestive issues. Bananas are often seen as a safe snack, but here's the truth. Their benefits change dramatically with age, and in many cases, the downsides begin to outweigh the upsides. Reason 1, sky-high sugar load. A medium banana contains around 14 grams of sugar and ranks between 50 and 60 on the glycemic index. That means bananas can cause moderate blood sugar spikes, and since seniors typically have less insulin sensitivity, those spikes can hit harder. You might feel a brief energy lift, but it's usually followed by a crash that leaves you fatigued and irritable. Reason 2, too much potassium for aging kidneys. Bananas are famous for their potassium, but here's the catch. Many people over 60 have some degree of reduced kidney function, even if it hasn't been diagnosed. Excess potassium from bananas can build up in the bloodstream, leading to a dangerous condition called hyperkalemia. Symptoms include muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, cardiac complications. Reason 3, constipation trigger. While bananas do have fiber, it's mostly soluble fiber. Ripe bananas especially are low in resistant starch, which helps keep digestion regular. For some seniors, bananas can actually slow down bowel movements rather than improve them. In fact, they're often recommended as part of the brat diet, bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast for people with diarrhea, because they tend to firm things up. That's the opposite of what many older adults struggling with constipation actually need. Reason 4, hidden calorie trap. Because bananas are so easy to eat and digest, it's common to eat 1 or 2 without realizing you've added 200 to 250 calories and a flash. Over time, this can contribute to slow weight gain, especially if your metabolism has already slowed down after 60. Let me show the story of Daniel, a 67-year-old retiree who started eating 2 bananas a day as his go-to snack, believing they were heart healthy. Within a year, he noticed stubborn belly fat, more frequent fatigue, and even occasional heart palpitations. After some tests, his doctor pointed out elevated potassium levels and suggested cutting back on bananas. Daniel switched to apples with peanut butter for his snacks, and not only did his energy stabilize, but his lab results also improved within months. A smarter alternative? Apples. Apples have about half the sugar of a banana, plus more insoluble fiber that helps keep digestion regular. They're also lower on the glycemic index, making them easier on blood sugar. And when paired with a little protein, like nut butter, they provide a slow, steady release of energy rather than a sharp spike and crash. If you truly enjoy bananas, stick to half of one at a time and make sure it's slightly underripe when the starch hasn't fully converted into sugar, and always pair it with protein or fat to balance the sugar load. The key takeaway is this: bananas may have been your reliable friend for decades, but after 60, they often create more challenges than benefits. By swapping them for apples or other low-sugar fruits, you'll give your body steadier energy, better digestion, and less stress on your kidneys and heart. Now that we've gone through the 4 fruits that can cause more harm than good after 60, let's switch gears. Not all fruits are your enemy. In fact, some are your greatest allies. The right fruits can protect your heart, sharpen your memory, ease inflammation, and give you energy that lasts all day without the crashes. Let's start with the first fruit on the powerhouse list. Best fruit number 4, pomegranate, the heart healer and memory booster. Pomegranates have been prized since ancient times, often symbolizing vitality and longevity. Modern science is finally catching up, showing that this ruby red fruit has remarkable benefits for older adults. Reason 1, natural artery protector. Pomegranates are packed with antioxidants called polyphenols, which are especially powerful at reducing oxidative stress inside blood vessels. One long-term study found that seniors who drank pomegranate juice daily saw a 30% reduction in arterial plaque buildup in just a year. That means smoother blood flow, better oxygen delivery, and a healthier heart. Reason 2, natural blood pressure regulator. Pomegranates also contain compounds that relax blood vessel walls, making them more flexible. This helps lower systolic blood pressure, which is one of the strongest predictors of heart attack and stroke risk in seniors. Some researchers even call pomegranates nature's ACE inhibitors, referring to the class of blood pressure drugs they mimic. Reason 3, brain-boosting power. The antioxidants in pomegranate don't just help your heart, they protect your brain. In one clinical trial, older adults who drank pomegranate juice every day for 4 weeks showed significant improvements in memory recall compared to those who didn't. That's because these compounds cross the blood-brain barrier, reducing inflammation in brain tissue and improving communication between neurons. Reason 4, anti-inflammatory ally. Chronic inflammation is at the root of many age-related problems, from arthritis to memory loss. Pomegranate's antioxidants help cool this silent fire, easing joint pain and stiffness for many older adults. Here's a real-life example. Barbara, a 71-year-old retired teacher, used to struggle with rising blood pressure and constant joint pain. She began adding half a cup of pomegranate seeds to her morning yogurt and occasionally sipping on diluted pomegranate juice. Within 3 months, her blood pressure dropped back into a healthier range, her knees felt less stiff, and she noticed she could recall names and details more easily when chatting with friends. How to enjoy it wisely. Whole pomegranate seeds are the best choice, since you get the fiber along with the juice. If you prefer juice, make sure it's 100% pomegranate with no added sugar, and dilute it with water to cut down on the natural sugar load. Even just a few ounces a day can provide benefits. The takeaway is simple. Pomegranate isn't just a tasty fruit. It's one of the most protective foods you can add to your diet after 60. For your heart, your memory, and your joints, this is one fruit that truly earns the title of superfood. Next on the list is a fruit you might already enjoy in your cereal, muffins, or smoothies, But what you may not realize is just how powerful these little berries are for aging bodies and brains. Many researchers actually call them brain berries, and for good reason. Best fruit number 3, blueberries, the brain defender and blood sugar stabilizer. Blueberries may be tiny, but they pack one of the highest antioxidant levels of any fruit. Their deep blue color comes from anthocyanins, special compounds that have been shown to protect nearly every system in the body. Reason 1, protecting your memory. In one landmark study, older adults who ate 1 cup of blueberries a day performed significantly better on memory tests after just 12 weeks. MRI scans even showed improved blood flow to the brain, which may explain why their recall and focus sharpened. For seniors worried about memory decline, blueberries are one of the most evidence-backed fruits you can eat. Reason 2, balancing blood sugar. Unlike grapes or bananas, blueberries are much lower on the glycemic index, around 25 compared to 60. That means they release sugar slowly, preventing spikes and crashes. Even better, anthocyanins in blueberries improve insulin sensitivity, helping your body use sugar more efficiently. That's a big win for seniors trying to avoid diabetes or manage energy levels. Reason 3, anti-inflammation power. Chronic inflammation doesn't just affect joints, it also damages blood vessels, the brain, and even the eyes. Blueberries contain quercetin and other antioxidants that act like natural fire extinguishers, cooling down inflammation throughout the body. Seniors who eat blueberries regularly report less stiffness, better circulation, and sharper vision. Reason 4, heart health boost. In one 2019 study, older adults who ate a cup of blueberries daily for 6 months saw measurable improvements in cholesterol levels and artery flexibility. That translates into lower risk of heart attack and stroke, 2 of the biggest health concerns after 60. Take the story of George, a 68-year-old retiree who began adding a handful of blueberries to his oatmeal every morning. Within weeks, he noticed fewer mid-morning crashes, less joint soreness after walks, and even clearer thinking during his daily crossword puzzles. 6 months later, his doctor noted improved cholesterol and blood pressure without any medication changes. How to enjoy them wisely. Fresh or frozen blueberries are both excellent choices. Just avoid the ones packed in sugary syrups. A half to 1 cup a day is enough to deliver benefits. You can add them to oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or simply eat them as a snack. The bottom line is this: blueberries aren't just a sweet treat. They're one of the most powerful tools you have for protecting your brain, balancing your blood sugar, and supporting overall vitality after 60. For something so small, they deliver big results. We've seen how pomegranates can rejuvenate cells and how blueberries protect the brain. Now it's time for a fruit that's a natural anti-inflammatory powerhouse, perfect for joints, sleep, and overall vitality. Best fruit number 2, cherries, nature's pain reliever and sleep enhancer. Cherries are more than a sweet snack. For seniors, they act almost like a natural medicine cabinet, offering benefits that go far beyond flavor. Reason 1, reducing joint pain. Cherries are rich in anthocyanins and quercetin, compounds that directly block enzymes in the body that cause inflammation, similar to what medications like ibuprofen do, but without the side effects. Seniors who eat cherries regularly often report less stiffness in the morning and reduced flare-ups from arthritis or gout. Reason 2, supporting better sleep. Cherries contain natural melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep cycles. After 60, melatonin production naturally declines, making sleep more difficult. Just 1 cup of cherries or a small glass of tart cherry juice in the evening can help seniors fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling refreshed. Reason 3, protecting the heart. Cherries help reduce inflammation markers in the blood, like C-reactive protein, which are linked to heart disease. Regular consumption can improve vascular function and reduce oxidative stress, helping maintain healthy blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Reason 4, aiding muscle recovery. Cherries aren't just for passive benefits. They can support active seniors too. Their anti-inflammatory properties help muscles recover faster after walks, exercise, or light resistance training, reducing soreness and keeping mobility strong. Here's an example. Linda, a 70-year-old avid gardener, struggled with stiff knees and interrupted sleep. After incorporating 20 to 25 cherries daily into her routine, she noticed she could kneel and bend without pain, and her sleep became deeper and more consistent. Her energy during the day also improved, allowing her to stay active and independent longer. How to enjoy cherries wisely. Fresh cherries are ideal during the season, but frozen or unsweetened tart cherry juice works well off-season. Aim for 20 to 25 cherries daily, or about 8 ounces of tart cherry juice. Eating them after dinner maximizes the melatonin benefits for better sleep. Organic is best if available, since cherries are particularly prone to pesticide residues. The takeaway is clear. Cherries are a triple benefit fruit for seniors. They help reduce pain, support heart health, and improve sleep, all crucial elements for maintaining independence and quality of life after 60. We've covered pomegranates, blueberries, and cherries, but now it's time for the ultimate senior superfruit. This is the fruit that delivers steady energy, protects your heart, fuels your brain, and helps your body absorb essential nutrients from other foods. Best fruit number 1, avocados, the age-defined superfruit. Unlike most fruits, avocados are low in sugar and high in healthy fats, which makes them ideal for seniors. They're packed with monounsaturated fats, fiber, and nutrients that support nearly every system in your body: brain, heart, bones, and even your metabolism. Reason 1, heart protection. The monounsaturated fats in avocados help keep blood vessels flexible, lower bad cholesterol, and support healthy blood pressure. One serving provides nearly 690 milligrams of potassium, more than a banana, without causing blood sugar spikes. That's crucial because about 70% of adults over 60 struggle with hypertension. Reason 2, brain health. Avocados are loaded with lutein, vitamin K, and folate, all of which protect brain cells, improve cognitive function, and may even slow age-related memory decline. Regular avocado consumption has been linked to better problem-solving skills, improved memory, and sharper focus in older adults. Reason 3, nutrient absorption. Many vitamins, including A, D, E, and K, are fat-soluble, meaning your body can only absorb them if you have enough healthy fats in your diet. Adding avocado to salads, eggs, or other vegetables dramatically increases the absorption of these vital nutrients. Reason 4, bone and muscle support. Avocados are rich in magnesium, vitamin K, and folate, nutrients that help maintain strong bones, relax muscles, and healthy nerves. That's especially important as we age, and the risk of fractures or muscle stiffness increases. Let's look at a real-life example. Adeline, a 75-year-old retired professor, had high blood pressure and early signs of memory decline. She started eating half an avocado at breakfast and another quarter in her lunch salad. 6 months later, her blood pressure dropped from 148/92 to 126/80. She felt mentally sharper, and her doctor even reduced her reliance on medication. The results speak for themselves. Avocados aren't just food, they're medicine in disguise. How to enjoy avocados wisely. 1 avocado per day is plenty. Spread half on whole grain toast, add a quarter to a salad, and use the rest in guacamole or as a topping for cooked fish or chicken. Don't shy away from the fat. It's the kind your body needs to function optimally. The bottom line, avocados provide the perfect combination of brain fuel, heart protection, stable energy, and nutrient absorption. For seniors over 60, they're the single best fruit to include in your daily routine. We've covered a lot today. 4 fruits that can quietly work against your health after 60, and 4 fruits that can actively support your strength, memory, and energy. Let's take a moment to recap. The fruits to avoid daily: grapes, pineapple, oranges, and bananas. These fruits can spike blood sugar, inflame joints, erode enamel, slow digestion, or even interfere with medications. They might seem harmless or even healthy, but for seniors, they can be silent saboteurs of energy, independence, and vitality. The fruits to embrace every day: pomegranate, blueberries, cherries, and avocados. These aren't just snacks, they're tools for aging stronger. They repair arteries, calm inflammation, support brain health, improve sleep, and provide steady energy without crashes. They work with your body, not against it, helping you feel years younger, move easier, and think clearer. Here's the truth. Aging doesn't mean decline. It means adapting. By making smarter fruit choices, you're giving your body the resources it needs to thrive. One handful of blueberries instead of grapes, one avocado instead of a banana, and suddenly your energy, digestion, and mental clarity improve over weeks and months. These small changes add up to big results. Now it's your turn. Which of these fruits are you eating most often? Did today's list surprise you? Maybe even make you rethink your morning routine? Share your answers in the comments. Your story could inspire another senior to make the change that transforms their health. If this video opened your eyes, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another tip for aging stronger. And don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this with a friend or loved one over 60 who deserves to know the truth about what's on their plate. Remember this, your fruit choices define your future. Choose the right fruits, and you'll add years to your life and life to your years. Aging doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing wisely, adapting, and thriving. Thank you for watching, and here's to stronger bodies, sharper minds, and more vibrant years ahead.